President Trump today did something striking and really without precedent in the White House, or this White House, or any White House until now. He signaled in plain English that he believes the criminal justice system should not be impartial or apolitical, but instead should work for him and his party. Two long-running Obama-era investigations of two very popular Republican congressmen were brought to a well-publicized charge just ahead of the midterms by the Jeff Sessions Justice Department. Two easy wins now in doubt because there's not enough time. Good job, Jeff. By Jeff, he means the Honorable Attorney General of the United States. Minor detail, his Attorney General, by the way. And keeping him honest, the two investigations were actually begun during his own administration, not the previous one. The congressmen he's talking about are Chris Collins of New York and Duncan Hunter of California. And they were more than just fellow Republicans and political allies. They were also the first two sitting House members to support Mr. Trump's candidacy. Keeping him honest, the president, with that tweet, not only interfered in two active prosecutions, he flat out admitted he was doing it out of partisan political motives. There's really no interpretation needed. He just says so. Two easy wins now in doubt because there's not enough time.
Hillary Clinton is being protected by a totally rigged system. And now it's up to the American people to deliver justice at the ballot box tomorrow. That's what's going to happen.
Well, that was Donald Trump just a day before the election, arguing that it was wrong, totally rigged for the Justice Department not to pursue charges against a candidate so close to the vote. He still clearly believes that.
The president's tweet about how upset he is that his two longtime first supporters announced when he was, running for president, Chris Collins and Duncan Hunter, are being investigated and indicted. What do you see here in terms of, does this mean the president is meddling in the Justice Department investigation?
This tweet alone may be an impeachable offense. This is such a disgrace. This is so contrary to the traditions of the Department of Justice. I used to be a lowly assistant U.S. attorney. If I went to my supervisor and said, we shouldn't indict or investigate a member of the president's party because he's a member of the president's party, I probably would have been suspended if not fired. So the sentiment at the core of that tweet is so contrary to the mission of the Department of Justice, and it's such an insult to the decent people who work there, the career prosecutors who work through Democratic and Republican administrations. It is, we wear ourselves out being outraged at things Donald Trump says, but this one really is different because it is such an affront to the values of the Justice Department.
So, the attacks on Sessions, they become routine for the president, but this certainly seems to go even a step further than normal.
Anderson, it went much further than a normal one. It was not about the Russia investigation, which has become a bit a routine, as you said, but this is the way it was different. In one respect, the president was commenting directly on an open investigation, a case that has really just been filed. The indictments were handed down earlier this summer, so very unusual for the chief executive, the president, to be weighing in on that. Two, he was essentially urging his attorney general or scolding him for not weighing in for political purposes by sort of giving special treatment to Republicans. So essentially saying they're above the law. And three, he was also essentially saying he's afraid that these Republicans now are going to lose their seat. One undercurrent here at the White House as we sort of head beyond Labor Day is Republicans losing control of the House, Republicans losing control of Congress. The president thinking a lot about that, so building all of that into his frustration here today.
Yeah, the president would comment on specific cases while suggesting the Department of Justice should overlook allegations for political reasons. Again, it may seem normal, but it's completely not normal for the president to do that. What has been a response from the GOP?
Well, Anderson, it's Labor Day, so most Republicans are not here. They'll be coming back to Capitol Hill tomorrow, but it was quite striking how silent Republicans were. Perhaps not surprising, but striking nonetheless. But it was Nebraska's Republican Senator Ben Sasse who also had some other things to say. He was weighing in on this just a short time ago, earlier this evening. He also says this. He said, these two men have been charged with crimes because of evidence, not because of who the president was when the investigations began. Now, Speaker Paul Ryan was a bit more tepid in his response. He said that the DOJ should be apolitical, did not go much beyond that. But Anderson, I was struck, as the words from the McCain funeral are still reverberating around Washington. This is about the rule of law. This, I suspect, would have been something that Senator John McCain would have weighed in on about the rule of law. So certainly the silence from other senators, Republicans, and House members about this was striking here tonight.
Little children, it is the last time. And as ye have heard that an Antichrist shall come, even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time.